Hello again. In this video, I am going to um, re-look at one of my first blog post topics, and that was how could a software developer use GPT-3. In this version of the blog, I am going to specifically look at exactly how a developer could use it, and if it can replace certain tasks that developers do. So previously, I'd said like it makes the tedious tasks be done in like it speeds up tedious tasks. And I definitely agree with that after experimenting with it within a coding environment. Definitely speeds up the tasks, like the repetitive, especially repetitive tasks, like they're sped up to no end. When I was working through the capstone project and generating reports, and the reports would have just slight things changed to the method every time, but it would just drastically speed it up. Um, I would rewrite the report, and it would provide suggestions for almost everything. You got to keep in mind though that I did have to go through and look at it line by line and kind of do it line by line and not generate the entire method at once. But going through it line by line allowed me to um, I don't know what the word I'm looking for here would be, like kind of evaluate if it was being um, if the code being suggested was correct, and it allowed me to kind of make changes as I went, and it was fast. Ended up being quite a bit faster just to kind of experiment with that. But I don't know, I wouldn't recommend using it too heavily because it does provide incorrect suggestions. Although, from my experience, it seemed to be correct more often than it wasn't. Um, yeah, I did talk about how it could potentially replace developers on like front end tasks or low end repetitive tasks, like that sort of thing. And I don't know if I feel confident saying that it would replace a developer. I think it'd be used in tandem with the developer. It'd be another tool in the developer's arsenal, and it would allow the developer's efficiency to speed up. It could, I guess, like a downside of that is well, a downside depending on how you look at it, but it could replace certain developer jobs. There might not be as many developers hired per se, but you would still have a need for developers, especially developers that have um, the high knowledge of a programming language. Without those high developers, like you wouldn't be able to debug the code if you're just trusting what the suggestion gives you all the time, it's not necessarily correct. So you have to still understand the language in depth to be able to use this tool, in my opinion. Um, I would like I don't know, one of the suggestions I think I would make for companies out there would be to train their developers to use GitHub Copilot along with other tools. Like I was noticing Copilot can actually work with React. I never really did do too much with that, but I noticed like it has support for React even, which was something that I didn't notice advertised before. But like, so it makes me realize that there's other tools and frameworks, software, like everything out there that can be like can utilize this tool, and it's still learning. So there's a potential that in a couple years time, like almost everything's covered by it, and I don't know, like to me the possibilities are out there, and as a developer we should be embracing it because we're the ones that are giving society these new technologies. I don't think we should be shying away from it. But yeah, anyways, that is how I feel and if GPT-3 could be used by a software developer.